lot of questions about my gap continuation strategy. This is an old strategy from 2019, so we're going to do an out-of-sample analysis to see how this has performed in the current market environment, show you how to get this set up. It does require the 7 Trading Systems membership site, not just a book, and so you can contact us. The link's below to get that, and you come in here to the membership site, you go to this section, 2019 Gap Continuation Strategy Update. This book was written in 2010, and I added this to the members site as a bonus. You download the TradeStation files, and then you simply import the Easylanguage and open the workspace. There's also a NinjaTrader 8 setup as well. I have not been able to use NinjaTrader in a while since I do multi-strategy automation on the same symbol in the same account, but that resource is there for NinjaTrader 8 subscribers. For those that use NinjaTrader 8, if you want to see the C#, you have access to that as well. So you go into TradeStation, you import the Easylanguage that's downloaded, then you open the workspace. By default, it only goes back 2 years. I adjusted it to 7 years back. I'm going to adjust it to 7 years back. This one shows 2 years back, so to 7 years back, and say OK. Now this does not have slippage and commission in it, but you can add that, and you can see what we talked about yesterday, how it's about $49 average trade profit after you add $25 around certain slippage and commission, but the real value is the long side. Now this is a $300 stop loss strategy, so it only has 33% of the trades are winners. After you add slippage and commission, that'll go down. The average trade net profit without slippage and commission on the long side is $140, and only a 63.45 drawdown, 116 net profit. And on the short side, it's just around break even, and that is before slippage and commission. These numbers will go down once you add slippage and commission. There'll be more volatility in the equity curve. I'm going to show you what this looks like with $25 round turn slippage and commission. I select studies, right click on your chart, select studies, edit strategy, and you go 1250, and I do per share per contract in case there's more than one contract. Then you select OK and go out of this. So here are the results, just like yesterday, with slippage and commission, $77,270, $21,000 drawdown, with the real value being on the long side, $95,870, $76.95 drawdown, $115 average trade profit. To know that you can get this in this market environment, and to know that you can trade the Nasdaq with a $300 stop loss, it's pretty good opportunity to potentially look at. Let's only go long only. To do that, right click studies, edit strategies, and you go in here and you scroll all the way over here, and you take sell short and you say off and go OK, and then you'll see the updated equity curve. It won't be as volatile with long only trades. So here it is, long only. Let's look at the equity curve now. Really nice equity curve using a $300 stop loss. Almost unbelievable that you could do this. Additional entries, additional settings you could go over is to say, what if I only want to take one trade per day? And so coming in here, you could set this max daily entries to true and one max daily entry instead of multiple. And let's see what happens. This way you define your risk to just $300 a day, not just $300 per trade, because it can take more than one trade per day in this setup. And if you just want to only risk $300 per day, is this a valid trading setup? So the answer is yes. You have $112 average trade profit, still $7,900 drawdown. Here's the equity curve. And so you have a valid trade setup to risk $300 a day trading the Nasdaq futures on long only setups. And you can see it's not taking a lot of short trades when the market goes down, and it is taking the long trades when the market goes up. It's not. It's going to have winning trades and losing trades. You could add profit targets. Let's take a look at improving this strategy even further. Right click, studies, edit strategies. I said that I like $1,200 stop losses in the Nasdaq futures right now. If you're trading this on the micros, it would be $30 a day on the micros per micro, and then this would be $1,200 on the E-mini or $120 on the micro. So just taking the long only side with a $1,200 stop loss, you really boost your net profit as a percentage of drawdown. It was with a $300 stop loss, this number was 886% because the total profit was $70K and the drawdown was about $7.9K. And so in essence, you reduce your risk. Your drawdown is higher and your daily risk is higher, but you reduce your risk-adjusted return goes up, so your profit over drawdown goes up. Your average trade profit goes up from 112 to 192. Your profit factor is about the same. It was 1.57, now it's 1.56. You're right 54% of the time with the bigger stop loss instead of only 36% of the time on the $300 stop loss. You can see how big a stop loss is in a strategy by looking here at the number of contracts. If there's one here, then you see the largest losing trade is minus 1225, and so you know that $1,200 plus $25 round turn slippage and commission has been used. Maximum consecutive losing trades is 8. On the other setup with $300 stop loss, the maximum consecutive losing trades was 25. Hard to sit through 25 losers in a row, and so sometimes a bigger stop loss increases your dollar risk on that day and on that trade, but is a better setup to have a bigger stop loss, and then reduce your position size down to micros if $1,200 per day or $1,200 per trade is too high. And so this is gap continuation. One more thing I want to show you is how to change the Easylanguage file name. You get the open code for this setup on the members area, and that's one of the offers I make. So in gap continuation 2019, you see that colon right there, and I had crashes in 20. You know, when TradeStation 9.5 was released, I stayed in 9.1 because I had crashes and I couldn't figure out why. And I figured it out after this was released in the I think around 2021, I believe, or 2022. And I changed all my file names so they don't use colon anymore. I liked having that nomenclature of a colon, but I was able to remove those crashes when I renamed the files to get rid of the colon. So you want to get rid of that colon there if you have colon in your file name. The easiest way to do that is to do that with the workspace open. Keep your workspace open, go in here and you select rename and you remove the colon. Remove the colon and then select cancel this, and then you're going to right click and say studies, edit strategies. It still shows colon, so you say okay. Now you save your workspace, file, workspace, save workspace, and then close your workspace and reopen it, and you'll see the file name changes without errors. So workspace, close workspace. So file, open workspace. So let's check it now. Studies, edit strategies, and the colon is no longer there. Want to look at the data settings. So studies or data, edit symbol, properties, crude pit session. You have to have this custom session. If you don't have that, you can create it. It's called crude pit session. Create, you type in crude pit session right there. Select add, and it is called crude pit session here. Select this, select Monday 9 a.m. to Monday at what do we have? Monday at 2:30 p.m. Monday at 9 a.m. to Monday at 2:30 p.m. And then you select OK and add Monday through Friday. I didn't add the names there. I already have the crude pit session. And so you can see Monday at 9 a.m. to Monday at 2:30 p.m. And this is one of the custom sessions I use for crude oil, and basically it works on the S&P as well. And it's based on the exchange time. You could rename it to whatever you wanted. It cuts off the first 30 minutes and the last 30 minutes of the stock market day session, and it helps us filter gap continuation trades. And so this is a complete setup for getting this gap continuation 2019 strategy setup. As you can see, really good walk forward out of sample analysis with the $300 stop loss and long and shorts. And if you just want to go long only, it's still a valid approach. We haven't changed the long signal. And if you want to increase the stop loss, that's valid as well, since volatility and index level. Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.